everyone, and welcome to the Stogie Geek Show, episode 72. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Stogie Geek Show.
Hey.
I'm your host, Paul Asadorian. I am very excited to be here tonight, as always, but especially tonight because we're broadcasting live for the first time on the Cigar Federation. Welcome, everyone, in the chat room. There's too many people to list right now because I want to get started because I suck at technology, basically.
I don't know about that.
Oh, God, it's been one of those nights.
Keep on chugging.
It's my curse. Yes, I need to drink more heavily.
Yeah, let's get some more.
We're
liquor.
drinking some Pappy Van Winkle. You want the 15 or the 20, or is that
20.
a stupid question?
Yeah.
We're drinking some Pappy Van Winkle bourbon. I'm here with Stogie Santa
Good evening, everybody.
in the house. Let me switch over to the Skype laptop where I have Mr. Will Cooper. Will, you there?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you, but we can't see you yet because, again, I suck at technology. While we get
Oh,
tapped
that's my
back.
fault. That was me.
No, it's a long story.
Okay.
Will, why don't you tell us about the Unbanded? Mark Jr.'s not feeling well tonight, but why don't you tell us about the Unbanded that we have?
Okay.
Not that you can really say anything about it, right? But
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So, I don't know how much I can say. This is a box press. I'd call this somewhere around a petite Corona. And I would say we're looking at a Maduro here. So,
I'd say it's a Maduro, a box press Maduro. It's kind of interesting. One side of mine is a little more box pressed than the other.
You know, I've never noticed. Mine is the same way, and it's a little hard to see on the camera. But this is a cigar. It's probably not a cigar that's... Some folks probably have not seen this cigar before, but it's a cigar I like a lot.
It's Cuban. No, it's not really Cuban.
No.
Our very special guest tonight is Matt Booth from Camacho Cigars. Very excited to have Matt on the show. Matt, welcome to the show.
Hi, everyone.
Will, did you wrote up a little introduction for Matt? Did you want to read that off for everyone who might not know some of Matt's background, and then we'll get right into the questions?
Yeah. So I know that, so for folks who don't know, Matt is actually the founder of the Room 101 brand, and we'll get a little more into that. It's a lifestyle brand. Matt served some time in the Marines, and following his time in the Marines, he formed the Room 101 brand, which originally started out as a jewelry brand out in L.A. And in 2009, Matt actually entered the cigar business, and he teamed up with Camacho Cigars and Christian Aroa, and he launched his first cigar, which was the self-titled Room 101 cigar. And since then, Matt's actually built up quite a line of cigars. In fact, I was going through what he's produced, and he's produced 10 blends already, plus one retail exclusive. So there's quite a bit that's out there. He's kind of built a mature line over time. And expect the unexpected tonight. It's sort of what I told everyone when we were kind of promoting it. Expect the unexpected. I'll say one more thing before we kind of get into this. Matt was really the first guy in the cigar industry who kind of, when I was starting out, he reached out to me and was very kind to me. So I'm always grateful for Matt for his friendship and for reaching out to me on that.
So, Matt, at some point you made a decision in your life that you wanted to do cigars. What kind of drove that decision and got you into the cigar industry?
I was under the understanding there was going to be a hairstylist for this interview.
Yeah, we have an executive producer, but beyond that, hair, makeup, that kind of thing, you're on your own. I think you look fabulous, if you want my opinion, for whatever that's worth.
There's no craft services. It was in the email. The
hair, makeup.
pocket.
What was your question?
So Matt, at some point in your life, you decided to do cigars. What made you kind of get into the cigar industry?
Well, the first, everyone has their first experience or whatnot, or fond memory, cigar memory, as it were. You know, my uncle Leroy was the cigar smoker in the family. My grandpa smoked a pipe. Leroy was more kind of a rebellious dude, but a solid dude nonetheless. And he smoked cigars, man, and that's what initially got me intrigued. That intrigued me with the pastime of enjoying cigars, man. I later in life, when I started this quote unquote lifestyle collective under the Room 101 name, you know, a cigar was something that I wanted to include because I felt that it communicated that type of premium caliber or quality of lifestyle that I wanted to communicate with my brand. You know, I thought I was making a very shrewd business decision, which, I mean, apparently I was. But at the same time, you know, I had no idea how deeply in love with both the craft of cigar making and the community of cigar smokers I would fall, you know. Very enamored with Coop, by the way.
We all are. It's
Oh,
an
yeah.
infatuation we all
Great
share.
hairstyle. Tell him, Coop.
So Matt, what's a lifestyle brand?
I was under the impression there weren't going to be difficult questions.
Sorry. Matt, tell us about your logo. What's your logo symbolize? How's that for an easy softball question?
I can't. What, this one?
Yes, the one you keep holding up. Yes.
Food.
Okay. Now, that is a hand-drawn rendition of a ring that I made. That is my rendition of an Okinawan shishi dog, which is a protective character. So mean that it kills evil.
Is it an actual dog or just a fable of sorts?
No, it's like a mythical creature.
It's a mythical creature. Okay.
Yeah.
And was that kind of the center of your lifestyle brand?
Yeah. No, the I call him the Foo. The Foo was and still is a huge, you know, because back when backtrack. When I started making silver, I hail from this little niche subculture here in Los Angeles that I call the LA Silver Soap Opera, which is a very small group of designers who are far less friendly to each other than cigar makers are to each other. And the skull was the big thing. Everybody had to have a skull, and skull this and skull butt plug. And I said, I am going to adorn my butt plugs and other various luxury items. I'm going to have a signature character that is unlike other. Can we swear?
Sure.
Sure.
Unlike other shit that I have seen before in this sector. And this is an image that made a big impression on me when I was in Japan in the service. And I decided that would be my dude, you know. And later, last year I designed a
Foo butt plug?
Well, no, I mean, I've been wearing that for years. So,
One plug fits all, right?
Is this a picture of him by a waterfall? That's so romantic.
I think it is. It is. He looks pretty dapper in that picture too.
Does, man. Snap is snap. So, where were we? Cigars are cool. No craft services. The Foo. Yeah, well, man, I mean, I guess that's about it. I'm going to go. Nice talking to you. See you. So anyways, then last year I designed a cherry blossom logo in the same vein that the Japanese structure their family crest, which is they call it a mon, M-O-N, and also a lot of depth and meaning to that image, and it adorns some of our more premium products now.
So Matt, did you spend some time in Asia that influenced your brand kind of decisions?
Of course, man. All my original characters were influenced by Japanese sculpture, particularly Buddhist, and fast forward to operating in the cigar business, I translated a lot of that style to my cigar branding. So now you have the Namakubi, the Daruma. I'm working on a couple things for the near future that should be equally as interesting. So there you have it.
What was it like when you made your first trip down to whichever country you first blended your cigars, whether it be Dominican, Nicaragua? What was it like, the blending experience for you?
Oh, it changed my life, man. It was life-changing. I mean, I was walking through that factory in Donley, Honduras, and just relating. I felt that I was walking through my factory here in Los Angeles, where we make all of our jewelry. It's a handcrafted artisan product where no two could ever possibly be exactly the same. And it's that element, that intrinsically perfectly imperfect element that is there present in both jewelry craft and cigar craft and many other things, butt plug crafting and such, that make each thing unique in its own piece of art. My art, you wear it, and the cigar art you incinerate and ingest, but you enjoy them, and they are a luxury.
Was there specific profiles you were looking for in the beginning, and kind of how has that changed over time?
Oh man, I had no idea what I was doing. Hold on, Dusty, hold on. Oh yeah, I had no idea what I was doing, but I was very eager to learn. Which I did, and I did very quickly. And there was no specific profile that I was looking for. I just wanted to make something that I thought was cool. And that I enjoyed, and that's what I've always done. I've never taken an existing cigar and said, "Man, I want my cigar to taste like this."
Yeah,
Kind of gone in and used what we've had available to make something that I thought was rad, and that's what I continue to try to do. It's like one of my favorite. Okay, so I play Call of Duty Zombies with Artie the One Man Party in Orange County. How long do we have for this, by the way?
as long as you want. It's your show right now, Matt.
I may need to get a snack or something. Very hungry. But Artie, his crib is in Orange County, and I live in downtown Los Angeles. And when I'm actually here, I will drive down there one evening and we'll play Zombies for like 3 hours. But I don't I don't have a TV. I don't have an Xbox. So I keep it as this little experience that is over yonder, similar to cigars that I love. Like, for example, the Kill Bill by La Polina.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorites of all time. And so is the Padron 64 Anniversary Principe in the natural wrapper. Now, many times I have contemplated buying many of these cigars and putting my labels on them. And making cigars, making a blend is a very time-consuming process. So I figured, maybe in the future I'll just start taking credit for other people's shit. But for now, actually creating these new models and blends and whatnot, I don't want to follow those similar to designing, similar to writing music, but in the art of blending cigars, I don't want to chase something that already exists, because then it will be less than authentic to me, and I won't have that signature experience of driving 45 minutes to Orange County to play Zombies for 2 hours and then leaving. It's a nice experience. If the Xbox was in my home, I would turn into an Xbox zombie. If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Are you wearing pants?
No, absolutely not. The slogan for my other podcast is "Hack Naked," so I like that. I'm half naked.
I like that.
You can see my midriff right now. I'm not showing that on camera.
Ooh.
Don't want to get people too excited.
No.
Will, can you ask some specific questions, Matt, that I know you have in your question bank, specific to some of the blends of old or new? You kind of your choice.
Okay, so I'll kind of ask this to start. Matt, and you and I have talked about this several times. You released two blends. First was the self-titled Room 101, and then the next one was the Room 101 Conjura. After those two blends...
Sorry.
After those two blends, where did you think you were? 'Cause it
Like
seemed
I
like
said,
you made it.
in
You made
physical location.
I liked those blends when they came out. There was a lot of buzz about those in the store, and I really liked them. And actually, I went back and smoked some of them, and I still really like them.
I hate those cigars.
And that's what the reason
That's
I
why
say
I
that.
brought
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I loathe them. I loathe them. They're the cigars that shall not be mentioned.
What cigars? I don't know what you're talking about.
So, all right, and I knew you and I have talked about. So Matt, you were now kind of your two blends in.
Mhm.
What and then Namakubi. It was Namakubi and the Room 101 Connecticut, which was 2011 that were released. What kind of turned it around?
Booyakasha. Oh. Sorry, I got excited about that. I like Nama.
Yeah.
So, what
What
a
turned it around?
perfect
What turned it around?
experience. Well, time and grade, experience, practice, dedication, changes to the internal nomenclature of the business situation that no one sees what goes on the back end. All they see is what ends up on the shelf in the store, right? So I learned a lot of hard lessons very early on in my tenure, if it were, in the cigar business. And a lot of lessons that have served me very well. And also will prevent me from making a lot of the same mistakes in the future. But the victims were, well, all the cigars in my first cigar release, really. And I think it was one of the most, if not the most, and these are not my words, these are things that I'm repeating that I've heard from brand owners and company owners that are long since established in this business, that the release of the Room 101 brand was one of the most anticipated launches that they could remember. You know what I mean? They have the Opus and the Halloween series and the Flag Day series and the Janitor Week series and every cool limited thing that gets people pumped. But these are not new brands being released. This is different. This is excitement surrounding an existing brand that's releasing a new kitschy product. This isn't a new brand that's debuting. I think most people meet new brands coming into the marketplace with skepticism rather than excitement and buzz. And we kicked the door down and then fell on our faces with a lackluster product, which was not necessarily all my fault, but then again, it had my name on it. So I will own that, and I do own that. And I corrected the issue, and we sail forth into victory, Coop.
Do you think that? And I've heard, for example,
Victory.
Victory.
It's that way.
Straight
Over
ahead.
there. Can't see it. It's
Do you think that
where
it was
the craft services would be. Hint. Damn. What's the? I'm sorry, Cooper. I apologize.
That's all right. So, I've heard, for example, I've talked to Steve Saka, and he talked about Chateau Real and his company with Drew Estate. And he felt it wasn't a great cigar, but it was kind of a necessary part of the process. Do you think, like, those first two cigars were kind of a necessary part of the process that, in the end, maybe the pluses outweighed the minuses in terms of where you were able to go with the brand?
Oh, 100%. I think that was very masterfully sculpted, Coop, that statement. I mean, that was, I couldn't have said it any better myself. Man. Had I not had those experiences and had the experiences of making, not only participating in the making of those cigars, but every other experience surrounding that over a span of, 2 years, I would not have been able to release Namakubi. And Namakubi was my appetite for destruction. That's when I turned it all around. I had built, I think, a decent amount of rapport with retailers and customers. I'd become very friendly with people. I traveled like a Tyrannosaurus for 2 straight years. And I think that a lot of people, after we had become friends, were just waiting for a product that they could match up with the friendship. You know what I mean? It's almost like going to see a friend's band and they suck. It's disappointing. You want to have them be good. And that's, I think that Namakubi was a very exciting thing. Also, I hit the road relentlessly when we launched that to promote it. And basically that started the total abomination and ruining of my life. And now I sit here in shambles and before you online. That's about it.
Matt,
Well,
how did you come up with
Paul?
some of the how'd you come up with some of the sizes? How did you
Where did
choose
you get that headset?
this headset?
It's
Online?
nice.
Yeah. It's actually an Audio Technica XLR headset. It's the ones we use for the show. It's nice because I can turn my head and you can still hear me and stuff like that. So
Wow.
I always am enamored by the headsets that the football coaches wear. I'm not really a sports fan. I mostly watch it because they wear tight pants, and the headsets that the coaches are out of control.
those headsets are cool. The broadcasters actually have like $1,000 plus headsets on.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're big bucks. These don't cost $1,000. So the sizes of your Namakubi cigars, how did you come up with those? Was it market demand? Was it preference?
Question again? Hold on, I'm just trying to. What's the question?
The sizes of your Namakubi cigars. Was it market demand? Was it somewhat personal preference? Advice from other people?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
A little bit of both. Yeah, man. I like smaller cigars, and my Papi Chulo, as I call it, in my Namakubi series, is probably my favorite cigar in my collection for my personal enjoyment. Of course, we make a 60 ring gauge because you savages won't stop smoking. God damn.
So you got the 5x60 is the Monstro, and your Papachulo is the 4x42.
That is correct. And then I made other sizes, some based on what I strictly wanted to do, and blended with a little bit of what I knew was the most shrewd decision for saleability of that series. And they all taste delicious, man. So you can't go wrong. Run out and buy some. They're nice.
Now it says that it's a limited Namakubi edition. Is that a limited release in some fashion, or is that just the title of the cigar?
Those series are what I refer to as limited annual release, which no one has ever really seemed to get the concept of. So
break it down for us.
We're gonna take this. We're gonna. What you sipping? You sipping on the yak?
This is Elijah Craig, 21 year.
Mm-hmm.
Sipping on the yak. So, now you're showing up.
Yeah.
No, limited annual release. Basically, I commit to make a certain quantity of that blend every year until I can no longer produce that same flavor profile. If I can't make the same cigar anymore, basically, then I will discontinue it. So it's basically meant to keep boutique numbers surrounding the production of those series and keep it very intimate, frothy, effervescent, low sodium, high starch, no gluten. Fantastic.
And then you've got some Namakubi Ecuador cigars as well, which also have some interesting sizes. Other than the petite, they're all diademas or perfectos. Was that?
That is correct. What are you doing there? You looking online? What are you doing?
I am. I'm looking online because these perfecto sizes. I'm a sucker for a good perfecto, is what I'm saying.
That's just one of many.
Will, it's your turn.
I'm gonna be the straight guy here. All right, so,
what are you implying? I'm not.
Hey.
Get in the fucking cigar business, man. It's dudes on dudes everywhere. It's like the biggest sausage fest I've ever seen in my life.
It's right up there with computer security, and those are the two industries I'm in.
Wow, double up, Buttercup.
That's it.
Now, what are we talking about?
I have no idea.
Okay,
Something about Buttercup.
High end cigars, no craft services.
Right.
Coop. Oh, Coop.
Yeah.
Coop and I became very good friends early on, man. He was probably the first person to say favorable things about me on his blog, which I never forgot. And him and I became fast friends. When I came into the business, some people were hating. Look who's still here. on the 6 p.m. What is it? Stogie Geeks.
Yeah, Stogie Geeks, 9 p.m. Thursdays.
There you go. 9 p.m. Thursdays, bitches. That's right.
I'm so gonna take that audio clip. Can I have permission to use that audio clip in future broadcasts because that was epic.
Yes.
It's in it for me.
Bitches.
Yeah, of course you can. I like that. I'll do sound. We'll trip the light fantastic after this. I'll do some sound bites for your show. I like doing shows.
Excellent. Well, we're gonna get caught up on contests, and one of our contests is gonna be to submit some audio segments. So it's good. It's
Nice.
very timely. It's very timely.
I won in the contest. So, and then flash forward, Coop, like a beacon of hope. You were outside. I was in the process of losing my mind at the last trade show, and Coop was there after I left the booth. He was there. He was just by himself, just like chilling. It's like, hey, Booth, I'm here to, tranquilo everything. Everything is tranquilo now. Basically, he didn't say it like that, but that's what his presence there said.
I took Matt, and I gave him an intervention.
Wow.
I'm not into that freaky shit, man. All
Yeah.
right. I don't know, whatever you call it. Your boy over here calls it perfecto. All right. Where's the mystery voice? Who's mystery voice? I keep hearing him. He sounds like Todd McKay from New Hampshire.
That's Stogie Santa.
Stogie Santa.
Yes.
That's
The
a-
last
You
time.
know
yeah.
Stogie Santa.
We
Well, I don't know. It sounds like now we're gonna. All right, Stogie Santa.
we gotta tell it.
No.
There was something about drinking in New Orleans
Me,
and
you,
debauchery.
Christian, we were in New Orleans about. We were doing. If you probably we don't remember. We're doing some kind of.
Wait, we?
Yes, you, me, Christian, and a couple other people. I don't remember. They were doing some kind of karaoke at some nightclub in New Orleans.
yeah.
Hold on, Matt. Let me. I'll give you a visual on Stogie
maybe
Santa.
not, but we.
Hold on,
we
wait.
ended up getting
There he
quite,
is.
Quite a.
Oh, it's you.
A face that is made not to be shown. But anyway,
He's got the face for radio.
it was quite an evening.
Toot toot.
So what were we talking about, Will
I have
and
no
Matt?
idea.
Dookie Love.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, we were just
Oh
having.
no! Wait, cigars. Backtrack.
Back, yeah.
So,
Okay.
what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about stuff? What are we
Yeah, I'll
talking about?
talk about cigars. I'll be the Stogie geek here. So what you've done, Matt, is you've kind of built an interesting core set of lines right now. You've built the Connecticut, right? You've built a San Andreas, and now you recently reached the Honduras. And it seems like there's been a logic behind that in terms of picking a wrapper from a country and then just kind of running with that. Do I seem to have that right?
Well, Coop, most rappers are from the United States, New York and LA specifically.
Right.
And quite frankly, I have no idea what I'm doing at all. If you open the label of the Honduran cigar, there's a golden bucket of chicken inside it. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Is this the Daruma? Is that the
No.
No.
No, that is the Portuguese breakfast wrapper.
Oh, okay.
I like to hide secret things in the bands because I think it's fun.
Yeah,
I want to look up Papa Chulo on what is the website? Urban Dictionary. And see what it comes back with because it sounds dirty.
No,
No.
Dirty
no,
Sanchez.
Papi Chulo's not dirty, but look up Portuguese breakfast.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Daruma.
And Daruma. Gotcha.
It's an Easter egg.
If that's what you want to call it. So, what do we want to talk about now? We've got a lot of stuff covered. Mystery Santa has been revealed.
Mystery Santa has been revealed to you.
Now, okay, riddle me this. You guys were going to have a one Dylan Dirt Nasty Austin Esquire, the 42nd and 3/4 on your show this evening. What did you intend to speak to him about?
Pretty much the same questions we ask you. We're kind of informal here on the Stogie Geek Show. We start out with your history and background, and we kind of delve into the blends, and then we kind of take it from there.
I noticed that I was the second choice. I would like to.
It was a better choice.
Well, Dylan canceled, so at that point you were our only choice, is how Rob described it to me.
Yeah, we thought he had a board of the bold meeting and you were excluded from it.
That's probably what they're doing. They're sneaking around. More to the old. Cigar hipsters, freaks.
So
I'm
Matt,
just here in Los Angeles.
you said you were working on some stuff. What kind of stuff you working on?
Well, I mean, well, that's kind of a broad scope question, sir.
What new cigars that you have coming out that you may not have talked about anywhere else that you want to talk about with us now?
Oh, intimate details.
Intimate,
For-
yeah, that's what
Absolutely. This is inside info.
I'm working on a couple blends, man. I'm working on a couple blends. I have one that I'm solid on that I want to drop at some point in the spring. And then I'm working towards several releases that I've slated for next year. I get into the creative process, man. I stylize the brand. I get the name going. I get the whole style guide for the brand going. And then sometimes I have to catch the cigar up with the brand, or vice versa, depending on what stage I'm at with whichever process, you know. I like being creative, man. Like when I was structuring the Big Delicious brand style guide, man. I mean, that was something I always wanted to do. I wanted to do Superfly, you know, and I thought that brand was perfect for it. And it turned out to look pretty cool. And smoke great. And bleh, whatever. You know what I mean.
So,
Well,
are there other lifestyle things like that would enhance my smoking experience of the Room 101? Like, should I wear some of your jewelry, clothing, accessories, lighters? Like, what would you recommend if I were to?
A lot of latex.
Latex.
Some sort of harness for your unit.
Yes.
Definitely a diamond bracelet because everybody needs one of those when smoking cigars.
I
make a good price. And, yeah, man. No, I'm actually, that's it, man. See, you're good. So
I've been doing this a long time, Matt.
no, I can tell by the headset and your mannerisms.
Yes. The headset is professional.
It's pro, man. So I am actually, within the next 2 weeks, you're going to see landing at about 40 stores nationwide my stainless steel collection, outfitted or fit into, if you will, the very fancy, fine custom display cases that actually match the finish and look of the Room 101 Master Collection 1 boxes. And that's kind of the next level for us, man. Tobacconists, you know, guys, as I've traveled, have requested that type of stuff many a time, and I took it upon myself to create a series that was in the same vein as my custom collection, but a little more affordable. So there you have it. That's going to be out in stores soon.
I love stainless steel butt plugs too. I'm really happy, excited
You know,
about that.
easy cleanup.
That's it. One flush, you're done.
Coop is pondering this.
He is. Cooper looks like he's in deep thought.
Oh, he's wondering what size.
I wonder what the blend is gonna be. No.
Oh yeah, what side? Oh man, interesting.
How long have you guys been doing this?
Story Geeks. Has it been 2 years?
2 years.
It's 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
Yep.
I'm about
Well,
10
hold on.
episodes in.
You've been doing this 2 years, and you haven't had me. Hold on, man. How often do you do this? Every Thursday?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
not always, but
Okay.
Thursdays, Cooper.
I've only been on for 10 episodes, and it's one of the changes we made is we brought in guests. So you're in
you're
the
early
first
on in
round
the
of
guests,
you're-
Matt.
you're
You're early
on,
on in the
yep.
guests. Yeah.
and you were on the guest list.
Did
And
we talking to each other?
What's that?
It was just you guys talking to each other?
It was, believe it or
Imagine
not.
how-
And people
yeah.
actually listened. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Oh. Man.
So
We
other,
should talk about all that every Thursday.
what's that? What we've been smoking and stuff. Like what do you outside of your own brand, Matt? Like what have you been smoking? Aside from La Polina and Padron.
I actually have been digging on the San Latano stuff recently, man. Very consistent. I find it to be the flavor profiles in their cigars, even their Connecticut's, man, very appealing to me and my palate. And it's consistent as shit, man. I mean, it's like I know if I go to that cigar, it's going to be a good experience, period.
You get like a size and a blend from San Latano you liking the best?
Well, I keep telling them they should call their cigars the oval because they're shaped like an oval. I think they may take my
Does
advice.
look like an oval, right?
That's the ugliest looking cigar.
Dude, I like of course, the smaller ones. That's kind of
Yeah.
my thing.
I like the Lanceros in the San Latano, actually.
You know what, man? I smoked one of those yesterday. I smoked the Habano Lancero yesterday, which is so.
I think that's a great stick.
That's the
Yes.
best stick they got.
I agree. You know, I really like the Bodal Lancero that Jay Drew made at one point. I've smoked that. Each time I smoked it, I loved it. I like It's a Boy. I like It's a Boy more than It's a Girl.
Yeah. You like the It's a Boy better than It's a Girl?
Yeah, I think that the blend is far more appealing.
How about It's an It?
I agree.
No.
Taster.
Do you smoke? And what amount of Cuban cigars do you smoke in your?
I only smoke Cubans. I would never smoke anything else.
I know. I would do that, but they get really mad when you set them on fire. But as far as Cuban cigars, do you smoke a lot of stuff to kind of increase your palate to assist with the blending process, or does that play into it, or is it just sheer enjoyment?
Similar to when I was a younger man, my habits with women, I just smoke whatever comes my way, if you catch my drift.
I gotcha.
I like smoking cigars.
I gotcha.
Sometimes farm animals, didn't really matter. So I like cigars. If people are passing out Cubans, great, I'm going to smoke them. If, I'm not really going out of my way to get anything, to be honest with you, man. I mean, I travel enough and I see enough shops and I know enough people in the business that we're constantly gifting to one another and trying each other's stuff. So, I like to try it all, man.
Mm-hmm. Will, do you have more questions for Matt? I see you in there and you're in deep thought, smoking your cigar. Will, what are you smoking tonight, anyway?
The Unbanded.
Oh, you're smoking the Unbanded too. Okay.
Yeah.
I just finished mine.
Yeah.
I'm finishing up mine as well.
What's the Unbanded?
We don't know. We
We
don't know
know
yet.
yet.
Oh, nice. It's a boy.
It's a boy.
Is it good?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is,
It's
actually.
very
It's a good cigar.
It's
Yes,
a
You
good
all
cigar.
like it? That's a Room 101 cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Paul, there's an envelope there. Did I give you the sealed envelope?
I have the sealed envelope. Do you want me to do the reveal now?
No, let's finish him.
No, I said no. It's not necessary. I mean, if you
Okay.
liked it, I think it's fair enough to say it was Room 101. That's cool.
There you go.
All right, Matt. Why don't we let you plug the Master Collection, because that's your new release right now. What should we look for with the Master Collection?
Well, it's nice. It's a good cigar. Chicks dig it. I mean, it's not Cuban necessarily, but I mean, what are you going to do? They're illegal supposedly. It's nice. Have you smoked one yet?
I smoked a prototype when we were down in West Palm Beach with Abe at the.
That's
What
right.
was that? What was that restaurant? That interesting restaurant where we had the Room 101 Big Delicious party. I can't think of it.
Dining
Rachel's?
area in the back of the titty bar, Coop. Is that what you meant?
Oh boy.
There
I
you go.
Oh!
Oh, reveal for Coop.
I was like, oh crap! Oh, my wife
Were
doesn't
they
listen to the
bouncing
show.
off your head? Were they bouncing off your head, Coop?
Come
on, I wanna see that.
Yeah, man. Oh, I meant the food truck. They had the food trucks. The circle wagons. The little kimchi and all that. It's nice.
It was very good that night, wasn't it?
Oh, God.
Well, shit. So, no, Master Collection, it's kind of my attempt to delve into a slightly more premium dimension for the brand as a cigar. The tobaccos are all a premium grade. It's a very it's probably a cigar that you could consider has multiple personalities, It's comprised of about 5 different types of tobacco from all around the world. Not Cuba, though. And it's good, man.
It's
Mexican
good, right?
Rosado, Ligero wrapper really sets it off. The Churchill size is off the hook, even though I don't smoke cigars that big typically. I like that one a lot. The Lancero is a home run. But it's like anything else, man. Typically, you have a blend, even if you calibrate it for your different sizes, you're always going to have one peak performer that stands out from the next, where that blend and that size come together in a raging, full frontal, head-on collision of smoking enjoyment.
It's a two-phase release. So there's a Master Collection 2 that's going to follow this early next year or later.
I'm
this
only
year.
doing Master Collection. There will be nothing else. It's going to be like the Rocky movies. It's going to be Master Collection 17. That's all I'm doing. And I'm out. That's it. I'm done.
Well, Rocky's good. Rocky's my hero.
I was thinking more like In Through the Outdoor, but that's different kind of movie.
Get through the back door.
Coop does Dallas.
I think that's gonna be the title of that. This should be the title of the episode.
Coop Does
If I'm not
Dallas.
on here next week,
Bingo.
Audio engineer Steve, if you're listening, title of this episode, Coop Does Dallas.
I like that.
It's been settled.
I like
There we
Who
go.
Does Dallas, the episode. I'm aroused.
Yeah, your buddy Dylan
So-
was very generous that night. That's all I'll say.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, he's a generous guy.
Yeah.
Generous guy.
He gave you
Not
lots
only
of
is he
lots of lap
attractive,
dances, huh?
Lots of love.
But he's also a generous, a mensch, as they would say. So, let's get on to the part where we do the shameless self-promotions, right?
Sure.
So-
Let's do it.
Yep.
In a couple weeks, you are going to see a new online web store. It's the first time we're going to offer our merchandise for sale online directly from our factory. Not our cigars, but all of my products that I manufacture here in Los Angeles, from the leather bags and jackets to clothing, like all the T-shirts and hoodies that everybody keeps asking for online, but I can't service them because it's a lot of people, man. I get carpal tunnel from putting so many stamps on the little envelopes. You know what I mean? So now we're gonna have this automated web store. It's gonna be fantastic.
So your jewelry as well and all of your lifestyle products?
Yeah.
Do you have a URL for that website that will...
That is going to be room101brand.com, and it's going to be mobile friendly, tablet friendly.
You're going to have a full responsive website. I'm so
Yes.
that is so awesome, man. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, man. Well, my website was super cool, man, back when Flash was the shit, man. And now it's like nobody can use it on the tablets, man. And so I got to get with the times. As you can see from my entry into this interview, I'm somewhat technologically challenged. I do some things well, and I do other things not well. Such as life.
Room101brand.com. I'm going to order myself some Room 101 lifestyle products. I've always thought they were super cool. Now to have them accessible on the web, that's awesome.
Well, you let Daddy know. You can
Tell
put
me-
in the discount code StogieGeeks, and you get a free butt plug with your order.
A free butt plug!
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking. We're gonna put
Silk
this.
screen, so it says, your URL on it, Stogie Geeks chat, whatever, chitty chat, whatever.com. And then we're going to put it on the butt plug. It's going to be off the hook.
There you go.
And Coop was worried about the other comment I made.
Yeah.
I see the look into the side thing. Did you notice
Did
that?
you see that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man. Where else can you have a
This may
conversation
show up
like
on Half Wheel tomorrow. So.
Oh.
Charlie Minato will be sampling my dirty underpants on half wheel.
Matt,
Yes.
I do this I do this 5-question game.
No, you will, Minato.
I-
Getting Daddy's drawers in the FedEx tomorrow. Okay, yes.
I haven't been doing this 5-question game on Stogie Geeks, but I'm going to do it for
man.
the first time here because I really want to hear the answers.
Oh, this ought to be
I can't
interesting.
wait.
Are you ready to play 5 questions, Matt? Okay, ready, go. Three words to describe yourself.
Are those zippers on your sleeve?
Yes, they are, actually.
That's Velcro, you stupid.
They all get. What goes in that pocket?
Nothing at the moment. It's kind of.
That's a buck.
I'm going to order some Room 101 butt plugs, and they're going to sweat. Yeah, I've got the sleeve things.
You're gonna need to get a bigger pocket.
Yeah.
No, not really.
All right, 3 words to describe yourself.
Pterodactyl, ranch dressing, that with a hyphen, so that's one word. No, wait. I retract ranch dressing. I will put in mayonnaise and effervescent.
If you were a serial killer, what would be your weapon of choice?
Oh, I know this.
a Room 101 stainless steel butt plug.
That was a stupid question.
If you wrote a book about yourself, what would the title be?
Tickets to the Donkey Show.
In the popular game of Ask Grabby Grabby, do you prefer to go first or second?
Both.
Stranded on a desert island, which tablet would you bring along with you? An iPad, a Surface, an Android, all of the above, or none of the above?
I would bring a waterboard, and I would waterboard myself.
Excellent. Matt, thank you very much for appearing on the
Absolutely.
Stogie Geek Show.
My fr-
It was a fun interview, to say the least. It's awesome, and we look forward to room101brand.com being launched.
Well, nipple twisting to all. I had a fantastic time. You are a gentleman of leisure, and leisure is gentlemen. I look forward to seeing you all out in the United States of America. Yeah.
Thanks, Matt. We'll be right back.
Ciao.
Thank you, Matt.
Bye-bye.